I'm Ryan,
I'm June. I'm Archie.
and we are the
Disney
Movie
Movie
Club.
Club.
Today we're talking about The Fox and the Hound.
The fox goes to the book. What?
The
What?
Fox and the Hound. All right, they have a little something they want to do with their foxes.
That foxy.
A fox. They have fox slippers, so they wanted to show their fox slippers. All right, so The Fox and the Hound tells the story of an unlikely pair, the fox and the hound. Let me find the picture. There it is. All right. So a story of two friends who didn't know that they were supposed to be enemies. So uh, the fox, or typically a hound dog, hunts foxes, right?
Yeah.
But these two did not know that when they were kids. Do you have any quotes for the movie? Archie, what's your quote?
Uh, I'm how though.
What's yours, Jude?
But we'll be friends forever.
We're the best of friends. Yep, so that's the song for the movie that we like. All right, so here are the characters again. So we have the fox. What was his name, Archie? Do you remember his name?
Bob.
And then we have the hound. What's his name, Jim?
Hopper.
Copper. How does the
Can I talk about Todd?
Okay, what are you going to say about Todd?
Um, he is first. Um, at the first part of the movie, his mom is scared of him, and then she leaves him in a safe spot, and then she gets shoot.
Shot.
Shot.
Yep. So the big mama, the owl,
Um,
finds Fox a home that widow, she takes in Todd, right?
like
She
her
kind of
own
treats him like a dog, yeah. And they're neighbors with
and,
Amos and Copper.
and she.
Yep, and Chief. Yep. So the fox and the hound become friends. What do they do when they're kids together, Archie?
They swim in the pool.
Yeah, so that song that we were talking about, the best of friends, they kind of they're it just shows the fox and hound playing together, and they're the best of friends when they're kids. Um, but then Amos, that old guy who's the owner of Copper, says that he needs to be a proper hound dog, right? So he takes him away and trains him to be a hunting dog, and they come back and they're adults. And Todd doesn't really understand why they're not friends anymore, right?
Yeah. Who's Todd? The fox.
Todd's the fox. So then what happens when they're adults? Sharon, why don't you give a little?
Um, he he um he 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 um he blames on Todd that he did broke Chief's leg.
Yeah, so the hound gets mad at Todd for he thinks that Todd was responsible for breaking his friend's leg, but he was not.
It's actually like his dad dog.
The chief, yep.
He's like his dad.
Yeah, we can show that picture of which character we're talking about. So right here. Yeah, he was a Disney actor voice that we recognized, right?
He is the same voice of the sheriff
The
in
sheriff of Nottingham from Robin Hood. Yep, and then Todd, he was Lampy from Pete's Dragon that we just watched.
when he's a grown up.
Yep. And then we recognize the woodpecker's voice. What was that voice?
His voice was Tigger, and the hedgehog's voice was Piglet.
Yep. So there's a lot of voices that we kind of recognized. All right. So these two are neighbors. The widow thinks that um, to save Todd, she needs to kind of put him back into the wild so that she puts him back onto a like a preserve where you're not supposed to hunt. And Todd meets what?
Uh, Big C, a girl
A
fox.
girl fox, and they kind of become friends. Amos and Copper are still, um, or I guess Amos is really focused on hunting Todd, right?
Yeah.
So they go on there, and Copper is,
Wait, did you make up this story?
I think this is based on a book. So they're on the hunt for Todd and the fox, and what happens?
Um, they cut the line and they set up bear traps, which chop your feet off if you're animal.
Yep.
And
So the hunting,
instead, it chopped his leg really hard,
Amos's.
but he was not bleeding.
Yep. Okay, then what
And
happens at the end? So
uh,
the hound is hunting the fox, and what happens?
he saved the hound
From what?
from the bear.
There's a bear that kind of interfered with the hunt, and then the bear was like attacking both of them, right?
Yeah.
And then so they save each, or the fox saves the hound, and then how does the movie end?
Um, they're they're friends again.
Yep.
Again?
Okay. So I don't really remember any food or anything for the movie. Do you?
No.
Nothing really stands out to me. We can't give it any food award. All right, at Disneyland, there was nothing that I saw that represents this movie at Disneyland. Did you have any ideas of how this could be represented?
Like pens at like
Yeah, you could maybe get some merchandise where.
wait, let me show you something that if I
Oh,
can.
no, so June got a Scar pin and a Lion King pin, so you might be able to find a Fox and the Hound pin. Did you have any ideas for Disneyland?
I think there should be a ride where I got this from Disneyland.
Yep, so you can buy a Fox and the Hound pin. Maybe next time we're there, we can look for a Fox and the Hound pin. All right, what was your idea, Archie?
Be a a, a ride where where you could like go and and hunt the fox. No, no, no. We're not hunting ties. No. I said just on the ride, just
Oh, on the ride, you're kind of like pretending like you're like on a hound and you're
yeah,
trying to run down the fox
yeah,
and going through all the different scenes of the movie.
yeah.
Okay. Any ideas for you, Jim?
Uh, I think there should be a ride when you're on a fox, and it's like a roller coaster. And you're running from the bear, and
Oh,
you're going really, really fast.
okay.
And then the biggest drop is when you go down the waterfall.
Maybe. Yeah,
Can
I
you
don't
see
know.
that?
I can't really think of a ride. Nothing really sticks out to me, but maybe they could just have like some pictures up like somewhere. What kind of land where would that fit at?
Probably.
Maybe like Frontierland or something where you could kind of
Well,
maybe see pictures of
they
Todd and Copper.
have. I want like a ride where it's like a roller coaster in Toontown because there's not much like rides in Toontown, right?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Toontown would be a good place to see pictures of them. All right. So what is your ranking between 1 and 10?
A 10 out of 10
Okay, why do you give it that?
because I really like foxes. Yeah, I also like dogs, and
Okay, you like the story?
yeah, and I like the story.
Okay. What about you, Archie?
I'll give it one of 1 of 10. So
You give it a 1?
I said 1 of 10. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
what does that mean?
It means a big 10.
10. Okay, why do you give it a 10?
Because I loved it.
What did you like about it?
I liked it that there was dogs in there.
You like the dog. Okay. I'd probably give it a 7. I did like it. The kind of the mood of the movie, it was just kind of like melancholy, meaning like it was just kind of sad, and I think that kind of the story kind of tells about the world that we live in. So like when you're kids, you don't really know how you're supposed to feel about things, and then as you get older, your opinions kind of form based on other things. So I just kind of wish like we stay with that kid mindset of like, hey, we're friends and we're going to be friends, and even though we're supposed to be enemies, we're not going to be because we like each other for each other, right?
Well, if you're at school and you're you're at school and you say that you'll be friends forever. Maybe you'll be in the same class when you get older and older and older until you're grown ups.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so the Fox and the Hound. So there we go. Do you remember the next movie that's coming up?
Black Cauldron.
The Black Cauldron. So we will see you on that one. Anything to say to end it?
Make sure to like that Todd. And make sure to like that Megan. Subscribe. Yeah.